All right, here we go. It's loading up. Everybody make a funny face. Yay! It's working. All right, cool. All right, if there's anything else not working, let me know. I think you should be able to hear everybody now.
They can hear us, but not you now.
Crap! Son of a bitch. Son of beach.
Son of beach.
Son of beach.
I need to practice more ahead of time. Like, don't vocal actors do that? And warm up your
Guy.
That's the thing. Hi, guys.
It's a thing.
That is
See, now it says 0. Now it's like nobody's in the channel.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird.
Nobody's here. They
I
all.
wonder if I'm in the channel, if it like counts as
I'm
one.
in, so
So it should at least say 1.
I just refreshed and now I see us. So
If you're in the channel, say hi.
hi.
Thanks, Ted.
Is it working?
Yeah, no, it's working. It's working. It's just being weird. Hi. So that's me. We're so unentertaining that everybody just left.
We've been talking for 10 minutes straight, like good stuff, funny stuff, and now that it's working, we stop talking.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, let me see if it's on YouTube.
I'm in the channel.
Okay, now it says there's people in here.
Hey, everybody.
Adams is in here. That's good. That's good. Okay, it's running live on YouTube.
All right, let's do this. Let's do this thing.
Cool. All right. So here we go. Here we go. You guys.
Our new 80s look makes me want to make the pachoo sound a lot.
We're now the Pichu League of Solutions. I like messing that up on purpose. So, last week, you guys were in a turtle. You remember this? You met Chauncey, the little goblin guy who enchanted your weapons for you. Did you all big favors, and saved you. Huge favors. It saved you from the island as it was zombie pirates were trying to whisk you away into the ocean. So you are in Chauncey, headed to the Wizard Island.
We're not in Chauncey yet.
You're in the turtle. You're not in Chauncey.
I'll be in Chauncey later.
No, you won't.
Ew.
Get away from me. He goes into the other side of the turtle. And you've got Bobbert with you in the turtle.
The turtle's only so big, my friend.
So's Chauncey.
I don't know if that helps or hurts your case.
So you, the turtle comes up from underneath the water, and there are some like front scales on the top of the turtle that are transparent, and you can kind of see through, and you see the island coming up towards you. And on the island with the Wizard's Tower, you see this really odd shaped tower. It's as if it's like smaller at the bottom and gets bigger as it goes up a little bit. And it's kind of like odd shaped, and it looks like it's something that wouldn't hold itself up, but somehow is holding itself up. You also notice that when you emerged up from the water, you're within some sort of dome. It looks like there's some sort of energy field around the island and around the area that you're in. And then as you get a little bit closer, the turtle kind of goes back underneath and comes up underneath the island, goes through some caves, and then kind of re-emerges up underneath the island. And Chauncey says, "All right, we're here." And he opens up the hatch and leads you out on the little gangplank, and the turtle's kind of sitting there like splashing away, and there's this little plank that extends out, and you walk out into kind of this like underground. It's almost like a little dock inside this place, and it looks kind of dim lit, but fancily decorated. And you hear a familiar voice from the other side of the plank say, "Welcome to Wizard Island."
Sweet later, bro. Yeah.
And you recognize
Troll.
You recognize Elton John the Troll standing on the dock.
This guy, he's just everywhere.
He now has a different hat.
Good for him.
He now has a different hat on.
Are we sure it's Elton John? Or are we being racist?
It says John.
They all look alike. I don't know.
It says John on his name tag, and he has just a different hat before. And he goes, "Oh, it's you again. Hello."
Hello.
Hey, Elton, what's up? You got a new job.
I
Congrats.
I got let go. Michigan.
Oh.
Michigan did not like me cutting visitors' deals to take care of goats.
Nobody likes Michigan either, buddy. Don't worry.
Michigan can suck a goat. A big goat.
Careful now, Elton. This is a family show.
But wizards give me promotion. Elton now get 2 gold per day.
Two gold per day. That's
pretty good.
that seems really good. Like
Wizards are nice to Elton.
I turn to Rogelio. What do we get paid per day?
You get a percentage of the overall. You are partners. You have made investment, and you get a percentage of the overall profits. It's a very good deal. We're
I
a
get
startup.
60 and you each get 20.
Well,
I think you should
see,
make an
this-
intelligence check or something to find that out. And
I do the books, so
Can
I
it
don't
be a
actually
saving
say this
throw?
out
I
loud.
get a bonus.
yes. Yeah. What's your new thing?
Uh,
Kelly?
No, you have invested into a startup. We are the scrappy underdogs, and you are in at the ground floor. It is very good for all of us.
Do you guys remember Rogelio's vision of taking this and franchising it out so that this became like a world-class service?
I don't remember much at all. Yes, I guess I do. I'm sure.
Yeah,
Vallejo,
you
I'm
you
sure
guys will be
remembers.
really
You do-
wealthy.
You guys remember it, but your characters don't.
Yeah, your characters don't. True. So Elton says, do you have any bags? I carry bags for you.
we
Yes.
travel light, thanks. So
I handed my bag.
you have
Okay.
a bag?
You have a
Yeah, I
bag?
have like a little backpack, like a little carry-all.
I mean,
He
I
puts
have
out-
my little pouch with my little piggy in it, but
I've
he's
got a
like,
little keg thing in it and some rations, small stuff.
Elton, my friend, my bag is shaped like a little goblin over there, and if you would please grab him and
Oh, and Chris freezes as we're doing this. Oh no, maybe he'll come back.
But on purpose.
That's a good face. That's a good face you got there, Chris.
Mannequin challenge.
He's doing it
Good
all by
job,
himself.
you're doing so good at it.
Solo mannequin challenge. Go. He might have to reconnect. Elton goes, Chauncey's bag? And he puts out his hand, and you put in like whatever items you want him to carry in his big troll hand. And then he walks over to Chauncey, and Chauncey goes, No, you know I'm not luggage. I'm not luggage. Chris will reconnect. We should probably wait. Why don't we just take a little break and wait for Chris
No,
to come
do
back?
something really quick.
Do something. All of a sudden, Elton decides to give you all lots of gold.
Yes, we take
and
it.
Rogelio doesn't notice because he's not here.
so we pocket all of it.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm gonna
man.
do a sleight of hand check to find my contract for this business. And renegotiate my percentages.
Let's see if we can't get
Yeah,
him.
I do not remember
in here.
talking about how much we get paid, by the way. I assume we get a daily something spending money.
I thought you guys were partners. I
Yeah,
think
we
we're all-
are, I guess. But we've never talked about getting paid and splitting up the money. Like, we've had a couple jobs together now, I just realized.
Uh-huh.
And
yeah.
I assume we've been paid. And I'm just
We
letting...
got that big bag of gold from the one guy.
Well, like, the farmer paid us, right?
Yeah, so in that Prelude episode, that like member only Prelude episode, you got paid by the farmer, but that was like before all of this stuff happened. And then there he is. He's back.
did you guys hear my funny joke?
About Chauncey being your bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the troll went to go
We
pick him up.
laughed a lot. I can't laugh anymore.
everyone
'cause I'm
laugh?
totally
Yeah.
out of me. Yeah.
Okay,
So
that's what I
hard,
thought.
like we were crying.
That's-
It was
We
so
doubled the
funny.
amount of viewers on that joke alone.
Mhm.
Thanks,
Yep.
guys.
Yeah.
I
People-
did my best.
People could sense that the jokes were good, and they just showed up. So, okay. So back. So you said continue where you left off. Say your thing again, Chris.
My bag is the goblin-shaped thing over there. If you could bring him to my room,
And
that would be much appreciated.
Chauncey goes, what? Wait, first you tried it. Oh my god, now I'm and he runs back into
Please.
the turtle.
Do not mind his protests. That is merely part of the illusion.
Elton, not sure what goes on. Here,
And I'll flip him a silver.
Thank you. Follow me. And he puts out his hand, and whatever bags he put in, he closes his hand, and he turns around, and he starts walking into the building. So you guys follow him in.
Yeah.
And before long, sorry, what was that?
Yeah, we follow.
Okay, and before long, you walk into another room, and you are greeted by the three staffs: the black, the white, and the red staff.
Like the actual staffs or their little holograms again?
No, it's actually them.
People.
I throw
This
a
is the
pebble at him.
people.
I pick up a pebble off the ground and I throw it at him.
It hits the dwarf guy in the nose, and he goes, "Oh,
Hey, my
what
friend,
was that for?"
Just checking.
it's them. They are
It
real
was
now.
justified.
The
Yes.
red staff and the black staff start chuckling to themselves. Welcome. The black staff says, welcome to the Wizard's Tower. I'm so glad you made it. And the red staff goes, yes, welcome here. And then the white staff says, well, other than my nose hurting a little bit from your visit, we are very impressed with your progress.
As you should be, yes.
Oh,
Yes,
let
we
me
are
be.
very impressive.
We are not surprised by how impressed you are.
You like to talk about yourself. So let me be the first to apologize for our teleportation spell malfunctioning. We didn't calibrate it correctly. We set it for 4 individuals, but somehow something went wrong. And I take it you landed on that island. We had Chauncey. We hired Chauncey to go and survey the area with the hopes of coming across you, and it looks like he did. We're just overjoyed.
Yes, Chauncey is the hero here. Yes.
Yes.
Anyway,
Not
so
very impressive.
you are powerful wizards, yes?
Oh, very powerful, yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, the first encounter we've had with you, you have messed up your only spell that you showed us, which is that transportation spell. Just want to point that out.
The
And,
black staff, when you say that, rolls her eyes and snaps her fingers, and an image of a gigantic dragon made out of fire just kind of comes out from her and then like hovers over you, and she goes, do you need any more evidence?
I don't think Valenka would be scared, but I don't know if I have to roll for that or not. I throw my axe at it.
It goes right through it, like it's just fire. And then she snaps her fingers again and it disappears and goes, and don't ever question our abilities. They are well beyond anything you understand.
Yes, I guess.
Except teleportation.
Teleportation, yeah.
It
I won't
must
question
be
it
a
at all.
new thing.
I'm sure it's, yeah,
Yeah.
maybe
No, we all
New
get
magic,
things
yeah.
wrong when we
New
try them
magic.
for the first time. Yes, no, I get that.
there's old magic and then there's new magic. They are new magic. That's okay, yeah.
Yes, it's understandable.
It happens.
Bobbert's with you, and he immediately runs up to the staffs, and he says, I need to find Ethel. She made it. I take it. She wasn't on the island. And the white staff says, yes, we have her up in the tower. We've been watching her very carefully. Oh, fine. I need to see her right now. Let's go. And then the red staff says, follow me. I'll take you to her. And then the two of them leave, and you're left with the white staff and the black staff.
Are we supposed to? Should we follow?
I'm going upstairs.
Here?
And the black staff puts her
Okay.
hands out and goes, no, we have different plans for you. We've
Yes, watch out.
decided.
She might put an imaginary dragon in front of you, and you'll be
You
very
owe
scared, I'm
me?
sure. So, you know.
I
Well-
walk past her.
Well, she snaps her fingers again, and there's like an invisible barrier in front of you, and you can't continue forward. And she goes, listen, while you are at our tower, you are our guests, but you need to follow some rules. And we'd like to talk to you about some things in the morning. We plan to hire you because you seem resourceful.
Oh, fantastic!
But first tonight, And then the white staff pipes up and goes, and he's so excited he can't contain it, and he goes, "We're going to celebrate!" And she goes, "Yes, we're going to have a celebration. The students."
It's about time. Yes, I'm all for this. Yes, man.
Well, this is the winter solstice. We're having the winter celebration. And it's not quite the winter solstice. The students get off. It obviously isn't that time yet, but we have to celebrate a little bit early in order for the students to, have their revelries and awkwardly dance with each other and do their studenty things. And the white staff, who just loves this stuff, is like, "Oh yes, celebrations. We'll introduce you to everyone, and in the morning we'll talk business. Come."
I bet you can awkward dance with the best of them.
I'm such a good dancer, yes.
Is this a dry school, or do you have like ale and?
She goes, "Yes, of course we will have ale. There will be plenty. So
Yes,
come with
okay.
us."
Great.
And she snaps again, and the barrier's gone. And she escorts you up into the building. You go up a few flights of stairs. You go through some rooms, and as you get closer to like the big main hall, you can hear some music playing. And you hear kind of like the hum of everybody walking around and talking, and you walk through the doorway. And sure enough, there's some really cool wizardy lights around the room, and it looks like there's a bar set up, and there's a band in the corner.
The DJ.
There's like a DJ playing all the booty dancing R&B hits from that the kids are into these days.
From Ice Bake. Southside Ice Bake.
Southside Ice Bake. And so you walk into this room, and you notice that there are black robes and white robes and blue-robed student wizards all kind of milling about. They, for the most part, keep to their own groups, but some of them cross over and talk to each other. And the black
Focus
staff...
on the black robes. They seem to be into it, if you know what I mean.
So the black staff says, "Feel free to partake in the festivities and get to know some of the students. Some of these students are our best and brightest, and we will convene again in the morning. At the end of the party, we will show you to your rooms, and we hope that you have a nice stay."
Could you point out some of the more stupid ones?
"I don't know what you're talking about. All of our students are very bright. It takes a lot to make it into wizard college."
Yes, I'm sure they're all very. But if you had to choose,
He's looking for somebody maybe he could mentor. Somebody who is struggling, and he can be the one to help show them the way.
She kind of looks around the room and goes, "Well, then you'll probably want to talk to the white robe students over there."
So it's a color thing, yes.
And then the white staff goes, "Hey!" And then they start kind of talking amongst themselves as they wander off.
Question. So, like, the last time we were on this island, we fought and we were dipped in mud several times, and we probably smell like shit. Are we clean?
What, you were on the other...
Like, we were in the
Different
island,
the other
right?
island. Yeah, the Pirates Island.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we
no, you
traveled
guys-
here,
Hey.
but, like, did we take showers, or
I
what's
showered
going
on the turtle.
You showered on the turtle? Yeah,
And
that's fair.
quote.
Yeah,
I don't know if
Chauncey-
that was a shower.
Chauncey spends...
We
Chauncey's-
were inside a turtle.
So Chauncey is kind of like this mechanically, sophisticated little goblin guy, and so he had some facilities on the turtle. And took you
Okay,
guys a
I'm just
while.
making sure,
Okay.
I mean, if we're showing up to a nice party, I don't want to be...
You're not the cleanest you've ever been, but you're presentable.
Okay, all right. Yes, okay, my friends. Are we supposed to mingle? I don't do these things. I don't know what to do.
This-
I just rather go to my
this
room
is-
and...
This is a chance for new clients. We must put our best face on and see if there is anyone we can represent here.
Nobody's like curious what's going on with Bobart and the little girl upstairs in the tower.
Have we been paid yet?
I mean, curious, yes, sure, but we
That
have a
was
job
not put to
opportunity.
this. I mean, we returned the tome, right, and gave it to Blue Wizard. We found him. We've done everything we were supposed to do. The girl is safe in this building. If it blows up, we all blow up, so it's probably safe,
While you guys stand there talking to
okay.
yourselves, you notice one of the white robe students is kind of like intently watching you guys from like kind of the edge of that little area where all the white robes are hanging out, doing
there
the thing. Yeah. There's tables of food around.
Okay. I don't know if my group will start walking with me, and I'm like slowly saddling my way up to some table with food.
And
As
you
we're
notice
talking.
he kind of is awkwardly kind of making his way over to you without trying to look too obviously like he's walking directly towards you.
Do we see him or notice him?
Yeah, you notice him. He's kind of not
He's
particularly
not too subtle.
sneaky about this. He's not very subtle.
I'm eating whatever I can find, little hors d'oeuvres and such.
Okay, so he kind of
I
I'm
feel like
eating
we've eaten in a
Herbert
while.
cabbage.
nice. He comes up to the table and starts like pretending to like pick at some of the food while he's like looking at the three of you. Now he's only a few feet away, and his jaw's kind of open, and he looks like he's just kind of like wants to talk to you but doesn't know what to say.
Rogelio in mid-sentence, as he's talking, well, yes, I think I am curious, and then he turns, can I help you?
And he goes, hi. Hey.
Peed his pants.
It's really you guys.
Yes.
Last time I checked, yes.
My name's Brody. I'm a white wizard. And
these stupid ones.
Spit it out, kid.
You guys, let's just say I've heard a lot about your adventures, and I think you're really freaking cool.
Yeah, well, I turned to Rogelio. Our name has already spread beyond this group of three. That is pretty fantastic. I am actually a little surprised.
Brody,
Yes,
who do you think we are?
You're the Dire Solutions League. I have
Son of bitch.
And then Rogelio pulls out his sword, his rapier, and in the nearest thing carves a D.
That's,
Ooh, yes. What is it? What is it?
man, that's so cool. Yeah, like I mean, that time when you guys totally went into that demon dimension and saved all those people, like that was totally badass. And then when you saved those two kids, I mean, that was. I mean, holy crap! Like, who would have thought that it was your grandmother? But like, you guys are so cool.
Well, I mean, we figured it out really soon, but we had to maintain.
You don't always put your cards on the table at one time.
Yes, it's close to the chest. Yes.
Do you guys hear that? I feel like. Are there animals allowed in this place?
Do we have a beast?
Maybe the students.
Is there
If I'm not
beast
mistaken, only
attacking the
Blanco
party?
can hear this. From like episodes ago.
Yeah, we've had the running joke of when the dogs bark
Only
in the background,
Blanco
but
can
only
hear it.
Blanco can hear it. Yeah, Brody looks around and he's like, animals? I mean, the black wizard's kind of animals, if you ask me, but no, not in the hall.
Quite the rivalry.
You kind of look around and you notice like the black wizards, the black robe wizards look like, for the most part, the general vibe you get is a bunch of kids who are really into being kind of emo and goth, but they're like too excited about it. And then when you look at like the red,
The worst kind.
they're not doing it right. And then when you look at the red wizards, you see a bunch of kids who look like they're just like these hipsters who are just actually too cool for everything, the way the goth kids should be. And you see a lot of beards, and you kind of hear mumbling of conversations where they're talking about, their fancy home brewed ales, and a lot of them are looking at their little wizardy devices and not socializing. Their wizard tablets.
If things go south, I'm going to kill everybody in here. It is so terrible.
And most of the kids who are dancing are the white-robed wizards, but they're really awkward. They're either like super awkwardly dancing, like junior prom style,
This
or
is really important for our whole vibe here. Are these kids of age?
yeah, these are like college kids. Yes.
What race
I'd
can I
like
More
to know
dogs.
what
You guys
are
do
the
that again. I swear there are animals just roaming around the food. Protect the food first, but do you hear it?
Holy moly.
Aurelia, I'll sniff his ale.
It's good, yes. I'm afraid of
His
the
regular ale.
though.
Hand it
It
back
is
to him.
very weird. I don't. Maybe it's the salt.
Those dogs are crazy tonight.
Let the dogs out. Yes, that's what I want to know right now.
They'll be done in a second.
Uh,
My wife just got home.
So So what are the blue wizards doing?
There are no blue wizards. The students. So let me follow up. So either the white wizards are either awkwardly dancing, like junior high prom style, or way too into it and like overly sexual, and like one or the other. None of them look appropriate.
Like blues dancers.
Right. And so in the Wizards College, just so you guys know, students pick a discipline, the black, the red, or the white discipline, and then they do their studies. But then after doing their studies, they decide what to do. If they decide to continue studying, pursuing academia, or if they decide to go work for royalty or somebody like that. And that's when they would transfer to a blue robe, because they would put aside their previous group in order to side now with the aristocracy or some other group. But they go through their main training course first in either one of these schools. So the sellouts. Yeah, so that's kind of how it works. And then Brody's like, so can I interest you in a drink or something? You guys want to hang out? Like,
I'm drinking an ale, but I'll be like, yes,
buy us all
another.
drinks.
Yes. Get me another, please. Yes.
Well, the thing with the drinks are on the house. I mean, it's a party. The school's paying for all the drinks.
The point here is that we are not paying for whatever you're giving us. Okay, so
you will bring them.
You guys are just so badass. you just say whatever you want and just make it happen. This is great.
He says that, and I throw my mug on the ground and smash it. Now give me another one. Yeah.
Is this one of the donkey's bladder mugs
Oh shit.
you were carrying with you?
Yes.
Well, just then you hear
I was
you
caught
hear
up
from
in
the
the
bar.
moment of like, he was like, "This is awesome."
From the
I feel
bar,
badass.
you hear, "Hey, it's one of my mugs. What are you doing over there?"
Son of a bitch. Yes. Well, let us go over here, my friends.
Everyone is following us around.
Hey,
Hold on,
welcome
I
to
got his name here.
welcome to the Wizards party. Last I saw you guys, you were on an island and you were looking for some frog witch thing, and then I don't know where you disappeared to. It'd been a few days, and I decided to continue my rounds, and then it turned out they were having a party and they wanted to buy lots of ale, so I decided
How
to
did
stick
you
around.
get here?
Oh, don't worry about that. It's no problem. And the orc buddy next to him goes, ugh. And he goes, well, we got to make our rounds, got to sell the ale. What can I get for you? Some more mini kegs?
My friends, chips. Yes, I need another one of your souvenir mugs, my friend.
All right, here you go. And he slides it across the counter.
And I give it to the Brody.
Brody looks at you and he goes, because you just touched the mug, and now he gets to touch the mug, and he goes, badass. And he starts gulping it down, like super into it.
No,
This is
stop
weird.
it. I slap him on the head. That is for me. I told you to fill my mug.
Oh, I thought you were sharing your. Oh, I thought you got me a drink. I thought you were. Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't want it now. I throw it on the ground and smash it. Chips, one more, please.
Hey, don't you smash all the. Listen, come on. We're buds, right?
Yes, we are bud.
That sounds singular, not plural.
Where I come from, sometimes the S's, they are there and they are not, and the W's are V's and V's are W's, and you just got to roll with it, my friend.
Blanco has a weird relationship with honesty.
That is very true.
Well,
yes, I would like another drink. I would like to know what the name of this place is that we're in, because as much as I do not like most of these people in here, it is not terrible.
Well, it's a Wizards Island. It's the Wizards School. There's not much else on the island. It's a pretty small island, if you ask me. But, it's worth me doing my rounds, because, to be honest, the students drink a lot.
It is the only way to survive.
That's like every school.
Well, then they will be going places, yes.
All right, well, yeah, probably back to their rooms and probably go sit in front of the Johns for a bit. But, it's on them. I got my gold, so I'm happy.
Yes, I'll flick him a gold. But did we get paid yet?
No,
we
Yeah.
have not been paid yet. No.
We have a nice big deposit. I have it.
you have the deposit, but you still haven't gotten the tome back to Lucian.
Oh, that is right.
He's
Lucian.
the one. He lives in a city south of Icebake, where there was like a museum and stuff.
Yes, I vaguely remember why we were out here in the first place.
It's been a
I had
while.
a little bit of bloodlust, and then now I have a lot of ale. But we have deposit. Yes, okay, yes, I will give him a few silver.
Oh, thanks. This is the first time you pay for anything. Well, actually,
Listen,
no,
don't friend, okay?
you bought me
Lucian has covered us up until this point.
thanks.
Everything,
No.
including
We
those
need to-
2 glasses, were on his bill. Now I will start tab.
We need a receipt because this is all tax deductible and can be written off. So please, if you would write a receipt, please.
All right, and he looks over at his friend, the orc, and the orc guy pulls out a sheet of paper and he scribbles something in orc scrawl and slides it over to you, and he goes, all right, there you go. And then you hear from behind you, some of the black robes kind of chuckling to themselves. And they're kind of like, they're kind of talking, and they're all kind of looking your way.
Are they attractive women?
There's like a group of them. They look like the cool kids. And among them are some attractive women. And there's clearly one that stands out
Say no more.
among the others.
Well, I have a question. What are the races of these people that are around us?
It's a mix. It's a lot of
Literally
elves.
racist.
It's a lot of elves.
I want to be
a lot
racist right now. I want to know, are they mostly humans with a few like half elves mixed in, Like it's important for me as a dwarf.
Yeah, there's mostly
Be aware.
humans, half elves, elves. There aren't very many dwarves. There aren't many halflings. There's a few gnomes. But it's fairly diverse. It's a fairly diverse group.
Okay.
Now we can learn what Valenko's into.
So the black wizards are
Oh,
this
Mark.
like elven group who look like the cool kids, all kind of hanging out. And then one of them pipes up and goes, I need a voice for him. Hey, hi, hey,
Make
bro.
it sound like a lady.
You three. What's up? You think you can? I see you drinking that ale over there. You up for our contest? And then his friends kind of all snicker.
Rogelio raises his eyebrows and looks directly at Valenko.
I gently place down all the food that is in my hand, like all the hors d'oeuvres that have been stacked up against my chest, and I place them. I brush the crumbs off. I put my mug down. I straighten up all my stuff, and I walk over. Yes, my friends. I am ready for whatever you have.
And he looks like down at you. He's like almost twice your height. He's this like really tall, handsome elf guy in this like black, awesome looking robe. He's got like
That's subjective. I mean,
he's got like cool guy hair, and he wears his robe a little loose, like he's trying to create an alternate style of robe wearing. And you
like
can tell the
maybe
other
how
kids wear it
women
like
would
that
put
too.
Off the shoulder.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
I
like a
know.
little bit kind of just like too cool for school. And he goes, hey, listen, I bet my magic dagger that I can outdrink you, little dwarf.
I
What's
walk
up?
up and put my beads on the table.
Oh, what's this? What's the lady doing? The lady's gonna outdrink you too?
I don't take my eyes off of him. But then I realize what she did, and I don't know if she's trying to step in and take over this bet or not.
I'm challenging this kid.
And I don't break eye contact with him when I step back. And I put
Rogelio
out my...
will walk over to the pretty girl and completely sidestep the whole drinking under the table, and just walk over to her and, hey, so girl, what is your story? Where are you from?
And she looks over at you and goes, hey there. And then like stiff arms you to the side, and then walks up in Finney's face and goes, listen, sweetheart, I can play this game too. And she puts her staff down on the table. So now and then the original guy who puts his dagger down on the table. You've got the beads. And then the dagger guy goes, I didn't introduce myself. I'm Barry. This is my magic dagger. This is my sweetheart Megan. And we're both gonna drink you under the table. What you got, little man?
Cool name, Barry.
Oh, man.
What's your name?
I've got a better name, at least. Jeez.
where I come from, Barry's a cool name. I don't know what you're talking about.
My
I'm
name
sure
is
that's-
Rogelio Maldio Razoradura de la Espada.
Oh, it sounds like
Need
you
a
just
few more syllables.
you
I'm gonna
just
roll my
stumbled
eyes.
over your
I'm
own
gonna
tongue in
roll
your
with my
mouth.
roll eyes.
Also, you have no feather. What is your problem? Your robe is all loose and not fitted. You need to go to a tailor. What is your problem?
So what you got, little man? You
I
up
Do you,
for
still
throw-
this?
have, do you still have your bear costume? It'd be pretty fitting for Barry.
It would be. I don't know if it survived that entire island trip. Oh, but I want it so bad. No.
So here we'll play into this because I think it's funny because we didn't bring it up on the island at all, but I like the idea of it like somehow coming along with you, like you just had it with you anyway. Maybe just the skin part that you can kind of put over you. And Chauncey comes running into the room and goes, "What was that? What was that, Ted?"
I imagine it's in terrible shape too. Like you think it looked ferocious and like furry and big, but it is like all matted down with like dirt and mud. And...
So Chauncey comes running in and goes, "Hey! Somebody left this in my turtle. I was about to head back out, but I found this rug. It's a bear rug. Something. Whose is this?"
I grab. I don't look at. I keep looking at Barry. I just grab it and I throw it on the table.
And he goes, "What's this? You throwing a bear rug on the table? Listen, these are magical items, and I can see the bead things look pretty magical. But what's up with the bear?"
My friend, you do not know where this bear has been. It has been alive. I have been inside of it.
Do an intimidation check.
Okay. What's intimidation? Oh, okay. 19.
Oh man, and he's like, "Oh," and then like the other kids around them are all like step back and they go, "Oh snap," and they're like, "Oh," and he goes, "Oh, fine, all right, fine," and he points over at Chips over at the bar and he goes, "Bring the first round over," and the orc guy comes over and puts 4 large drinks on the table. And here's how this is going to play out. You guys have to...
Chip. Before you go, I would like one more, please. Just on the side, thank you.
And Chips goes, "All right," and he signals to his orc friend who brings over an extra one. And this is how this is going to play out. You each down the first drink, and you make a constitution check. And if you make the check, you move to the next drink. Okay? All right?
Yeah.
So... All
Take
right,
down the
drinks.
first one, the extra one, before we even start.
You take the extra one first, and you just down it. Now do another intimidation check.
Oh, son of a bee.
Is it 20? Oh, man. And then they're like, the rest of the crowd is like, "Oh, damn." And they like, some of the black robes start kind of moving their way more onto your side of the table. And now you've got the attention of like...
I tried to warn you, Barry. I tried to warn you, Barry, but you would not listen. You insisted on your own arrogance, and now here we are.
Now you got the attention of some of the red robes, and some of the white robes are starting to kind of circle in around you, and they're like, "What's going on over there?" And Barry and Megan look at each other kind of a little bit unsure at this point, and they go, It's on. Drink it." So go ahead and roll. Both of you have to roll.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
know what you
before
got.
I roll, this is instantaneous.
Uh-huh.
So a non-magical drink, I have a purify food and drink. And I'm wondering if this could work. So could I make it rendered free of alcohol?
Yeah.
I'm going to go fill my glass with alcohol. I'll be back.
Okay. Yeah, you could purify the drink and take the alcohol out of it, as long as you can do it without them noticing.
Okay. Well, it's instantaneous, so there's no.
But
like,
do you have components to it? Like, do you have to move your hands or say anything?
Yeah,
that
is there
would
a
make
hand
them
motion
see it? That's
or
the
words?
Well, I think what would happen is the moment I touch it, it would turn into
Okay.
that.
Okay. Yeah, you can cast that.
Okay.
Let me just to be clear, is this a spell slot, like a level 1, level 2 spell, or is this a cantrip?
This is a level 1 spell.
Okay, so you only have you have what, 6 level 1 slots, right? So
I have 4.
You have 4. So every time you use this, you're gonna have to use a slot. So if you use it now, it's just gonna get harder as you go. So I'll just warn you, just like drinking, it will get a little bit harder as you go. So if you use it on the first one and you do the next 4, then you might run out. But if you wait, you might be useful more later. Just a suggestion.
What he's saying is you're gonna fail.
I'm
gonna do
the
my
first.
Do it.
Okay, the first hurdle is going to be lower, and it's just the Constitution check is going to ramp up as it goes.
I have 4 slots.
Okay. All right. So roll. Give me your rolls.
Oh no, it went away.
Have we beaten everyone?
Sweet mama.
Wait, what's our what are we modifying it with?
Constitution saving
Just
throw?
Constitution saving throw.
So I have a 20 then.
Wow. Okay.
21.
Which would make
21.
sense, like drinking
All right.
water.
Yeah. So everybody takes the first drink. You all keep it down. Everybody passes. Barry slams his thing on the table. Megan slams her thing on the table, and they both go, "Suck it." And then
It has been
I'm
sucked.
just feeling very hydrated. Like nothing, I'm just feeling very hydrated.
so they signal over to the orc guy who brings over 4 more drinks. Puts them on.
Again, all the time I am constantly making eyes at Megan, being like, "So, what is your major? How did you end up at the Wizards College? I mean, there must be a story there. Tell me about you."
Let's just do a charisma check. You're not actually asking anything or trying to convince her of anything. You're just trying to like make her like
Charm.
you. You're just trying to charm her.
19.
All right, so this time she doesn't stiff arm you, but she kind of looks at you again. Kind of gives you kind of a half smile and goes, I'm doing my thing. Kind of smiles and then looks back and goes, "All right, suck it." Back to you guys. All right, so you've now got the next drink out. All right, go for the roll.
Come on, good rolls. Oh, it's all over the place.
I'm not purifying this one, by the way.
Okay.
I'm gonna take this one.
All right.
17 plus 2, so 19.
I got 16.
All right, so everybody passes this one again. They both slam their drinks on the table again, and they both in unison go, "Suck it."
What does the suck it mean? I am drinking. Is that not the game? Do I have to also suck something?
Oh God, come on! Like you listen. Like, oh jeez.
No, he will. He will suck it.
Yes, if it means
just
winning,
name
I
it.
will suck it. Yes.
Yes.
You don't know what "suck it" means? Where are you from, little dwarf?
Well, listen. If you are asking me to suck something, as I just said, I will do it. But I think the
Listen,
only part of this game is
he spent many years in prison, and he does not. He's not familiar with your vernacular and sometimes explanation.
I pick up a lime and hand it to Valenko to shut him up.
A lime?
a lime wedge.
This is what you want him to suck?
They Barry and Megan kind of look at each other again, a little bit concerned about the conversation that's being had right now. And a few more of the black-robed wizards kind of slide over a little bit closer onto your side of the table. And they signal over for the orc guy to bring some more drinks, and he puts the 3rd round of drinks out on the table. And he goes, "Let's get this over with. I'm getting you stuff."
Okay, let's do. Roll the same thing. 16.
16? What'd you get, Kelly?
I rolled a 3.
So that's funny because Megan rolled a 3 also. So she failed as well. And so
What does this look like?
so she tries to finish this next round, and she kind of goes, and she starts burping, and and then she backs away from the table and kind of excuses herself to the ladies' room.
I escort her to the ladies' room.
She kind of looks at you like, get away, stop.
Do not worry, I will hold your hair.
Hold her
be
hair.
fine.
Hold
So
her hair.
I think I finished, but it's making my stomach because I've actually had 2 now. So maybe I'll use Purify on the next drink.
I think you're out.
I think,
Wait,
yeah.
I'm out?
Well,
I
you
think
didn't
when you
pass
rolled
the
a 3
check.
and threw up, you're
Right.
out.
So you didn't pass the check. So unless I'm going to give you the opportunity to be creative here. The liquid is in your stomach. You've had too much, and you're starting to feel sick.
Stomach. Can I do that?
So you touch your stomach.
I'm gonna hold my stomach and I'm gonna purify everything that's in there.
Okay.
It's interesting.
All right. I'll allow it. And so you start to look a little bit green, and then all of a sudden you kind of touch your stomach, and then you feel better. And Barry, not Barry, I'm sorry, Brody. Let me see. I'm going to do a perception check on Brody and see if he notices that you did anything. Nope, he doesn't notice. And
Had, like,
Oh,
three
Brody.
drinks, right? You know.
you get
We're
away with
starting-
it. And he goes, "That's whatever. I take you both on. Suck. I'll stop saying that. That's just, see if it's working.
Thank goodness. If it is part of the rules, I will do, but don't say
Drink-
it if it does not.
Drink another one." And then
Yes.
he signals to the orc. The orc brings 3 more rounds over. And you guys are on round 4.
As Megan's throwing up, I would like to pick her pocket.
Okay.
It
All
was
right.
so sweet up until that point.
All right.
Listen, I care for
Give
the
it a roll.
girl. I think she is a lovely lady, but it would be unwise to pass an opportunity.
Wait. Is this part of the game? Animals? Yes? No? Nobody?
What'd you get?
Okay, I have an idea. Oh, no.
I would just like the record to reflect that she is highly inebriated.
She is highly inebriated.
This is a good roll then, I'm sure.
And I
Uh-huh.
rolled a 9.
A 9.
Terrible.
Yeah, so she notices that you're like touching her, but she thinks you're just getting fresh. And she goes, stop, no.
She is not
listen,
wrong.
You're a cute guy, but I just got to make it into the stall. And then she kind of like slides into the stall and closes the door. But you were able to get your hand in her pocket, and you ended up with her keys.
Ah, that is what I was looking for.
And you've got like 4 keys on a key ring.
Can I tell what room is hers from the keys?
No, there's not a number on the keys, but you've got 4 keys on a key ring. That's what you got.
All right.
And then you hear her like into the toilet
And
from behind the closed door.
I say, you're doing well. You will be okay. And then I walk away.
All right, so round 4 is up.
I have a question.
Yeah.
If I choose to purify this drink again using my 3rd slot, do I even need a roll? It's
No,
just
you
water.
don't. It'll just you'll purify it. So
I'm gonna
yeah.
do it again because I really want to trade my beads.
Okay. All right, roll it.
17. I have rolled all teens this evening, and it's been fantastic.
Yeah, he got 17 also. So he slams his mug down on the ground on the table again, and he looks at you like
Oh, I don't break eye contact. Suck it!
you're
Tell him to suck it.
normally they don't last this long. I don't know what's wrong with you, little
Wait,
dwarf.
I don't last this long? I last a long time, my friend. I have endurance like you've never seen.
Do you have
Is that right?
to
Where's
slow this
Rogelio? Is this
down?
right? Am I saying right thing? What?
I have an idea.
Uh-huh.
So Rogelio will walk up beside Barry and simply place the keys on the table and say, "Well, Barry, you may be going strong to win the drinking contest, but it seems you have lost the lady's heart." And then I pick up the keys and I head back whichever way the rooms might be.
And he goes, "What the?"
I
All right,
think
we're
he's
ending-
going to suck it. Yes. Yes.
Shut
that
up.
is-
Shut up, little dwarf. We're ending this now. And he signals over and he's like, doubles. And the orc brings over like double size, like mini kegs, like the ones that you were getting before. These like double side.
Finally, a real drink. Here we go. Let us do.
And he's like, "You're going down on this one. There's no way you're keeping that down, little dwarf."
I'm using my last spell slot to purify this drink too.
Okay.
Please.
All right.
I can't believe you.
I'm getting through this contest, no problem.
All right. Let's go for it.
We're rolling once or twice
Just once.
for both. Okay.
Just once. It's like a one double drink.
14.
All right. So he looks fine. Ted, you start feeling queasy on this one.
Okay. Do I throw?
Both of you need to do a perception check, though.
Ooh, I have a
22.
21.
Okay, so that time he looks fine. You start feeling queasy, Ted, but both of you notice right before you start feeling sick that he's doing some sort of spell also. That he's actually been purifying his drinks as well, and you notice it. So,
Okay, I don't say anything.
but now you're
I
sick.
say-
Like you don't feel
I
well.
say something.
Do I throw up?
You start like you start just like can't hold it down.
Okay.
You need
Okay. I
do something.
throw up in my mug and then I drink it again.
Oh my god!
Gross.
But I don't break eye contact with him either.
All right, do a Constitution saving throw to see if you can even actually perform that.
Yes. 19.
So somehow you succeed. Yes, and he looks, so you succeed in doing that, which like makes him vomit on the spot because he's so disgusted by that.
Yeah,
And he
no,
just
that's the
skips
appropriate
one
part
more.
of the response.
No, I mean that's a win, right? He vomited.
Yeah, so he vomited. He's out. Both of them are out. You like Kelly's the only one left in anyway. So you collect all the gear.
I get all of the
gross.
gear.
Well, you can give Ted one of them
Which
if you
one
want.
does which one has the better power?
So-
This is the one where I pee.
So, so you've got the beads still. There's the bear cloak. Those are the ones that you guys put on the table. But then there's a dagger. This is a magic enchanted dagger. The dagger, instead of rolling d4s, rolls d6s. So it's slightly more deadly.
That helps me.
And the staff does the same thing. The staff,
would-
instead of a d6, does a d8.
I take
damage.
both and hand him my beads.
Perhaps I might.
You are up in
do
room.
The dagger.
Wait, there was a staff you said?
And I give his bear costume back too.
I throw it in the trash immediately. No, there was a staff and daggers. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
There's a dagger and a staff. It's like a wooden staff.
Yeah.
But they both do the dice that's higher in damage rolls.
Druids do not like metal, if I'm not mistaken. I know my druid lore.
I don't like metal.
No,
However,
I'm sure these daggers are
There's
made of some sort of
staff.
metallic symbols.
I'm-
Yes, but there's
I'm-
staff, which is the
yeah, I mean the staff is
damage.
good for me. I guess I could give Valenko the dagger.
But I use a dagger.
You're
and
not even down
fair
here.
fight.
And you weren't in this contest. So sorry.
You're
Valenko.
halfway to
I
somebody.
was supporting both of you from behind the scenes the entire time.
As I'm walking away from the table, I drink whatever's left.
Oh God! Do another Constitution check of your own vomit in the mug.
I have rolled. I don't know how
16
to with +3.
+3. Yeah,
I
no, you're
Get
good.
everything with my constitution.
You're good. You finish off the rest of it, and you're good.
Don't dwarves have advantage on Constitution anyway?
No, I
You
don't.
have some kind of benefit on Constitution because you're a dwarf.
I have advantage against poison and resistance to poison.
Oh.
I have saves against wisdom and charisma because I'm a cleric. I don't get anything
Yeah.
because I'm a dwarf. But yes, I got a +3 because that's one of my highest stats.
So the crowd around you is like super into this, and they all start cheering, kind of talking with each other, and a few of them come up and like congratulate you guys.
Music's
Um,
going still, right?
Sorry, say that again.
Music is going still and everything.
Yeah, the music's still going. The party kind of picks up again. There's a white robe guy, like a male human, who kind of saunters up to Finney, and he goes, "That was really impressive."
I'm like spinning my staff to show everyone my awesome staff skills.
And he's like, "That
My new staff.
hey, you mind if I buy you a drink?" He starts like doing eyebrows at you.
I walk away because I'm not a people person, and I definitely don't like being flirted with. So
And he goes, "All right." He kind of wanders off.
Yes, I will take the drink, my friend.
And he looks at you and goes, no. And
No,
he wanders off.
You offered the lady a drink. Well.
Brody walks up and goes, he
This
goes, don't worry about George. He's kind of like that with everybody. You guys were great. That was really, really cool. Like, man, Those Barry sure thinks he's the badass wizard in the school, but you showed him, and you're not even a wizard. That was awesome.
Yes, Barry can suck it, is what I would say now.
And then his buddies around you, they all go, Barry can suck it. And then that's like their new chant.
I give him a little fist bump, like a little mini, like, yeah, right on.
Right on. So, so we'll just hang out at the party, and it looks like we've got a little bit longer. And then I asked the staffs if they wouldn't mind if I showed you guys to your room. I mean, I can help you with whatever you need. I mean, even if you go on another adventure and you need a wizard pal or something.
Yeah, Brody, my friend, this dagger that I have in my hand, what does it do? Can you tell me? That'll be first task, first mission of Dire Solution League, maybe intern, maybe I have to talk to boss.
He looks down at it and goes, Can I hold it?
Well, yes, I need you to tell me what to do. So if you need to hold it, yes.
So he picks it up and looks at it and goes, I think the pointy end goes in the bad guys.
Oh, no, bitch. And I walk away. I take my dagger.
It gives you a D8 instead of a D6 or a D4.
No, it gives it D6.
Or D6, yeah.
I didn't know if it was like anything super magical. Hoping my boy Brody here would have something up his sleeve to help me, but he doesn't.
So the party goes on. There's some awkward dancing. Is there anything else you guys want to do at the party?
Yeah, I want to go find Rogelio.
I am really ready to leave this party.
I would have come back. I was just bluffing.
Oh.
Rogelio was just bluffing to try and distract the drinker.
It worked.
Sure.
Maybe, I don't know.
Because
it did work.
He doesn't know where the ladies' room is.
Yeah. The check was higher because he was his self-esteem was kind of hit. He was a little bit more unsure. So yeah, his check was higher because of it. All right, so the party seems to be winding down. Some of the students start going back to their rooms in their little dormitories, and you can kind of tell the direction they're headed. And then Brody comes back up and goes, So, you guys, I can show you where your rooms are. If you want to follow me, looks like things are kind of winding down.
Yes, I gave my bag to Big Trollman, Elton John. I assume he put it in my room, yes?
Oh, yeah. He's been working here for a while. He's pretty good at that. I think all your stuff's probably there. I could just show you where you're staying. You're just down the hall from me if ever you want to, hang out and maybe play some wizard
My friend,
chess
I think I have already talked too much to you and given you impression that we are bud, and I'm going to walk ahead of you now, and you're going to walk behind me.
Plural? Singular.
And I just walk ahead.
You don't know where the room is.
No, I don't. I stop at every intersection.
Rogelio will come up behind him and say, Listen, don't mind him. Let us talk about the unpaid internship that we have going for wizards.
Yeah. That's, yeah. Did I do something wrong? Valenko seems kind of upset with me.
No, don't mind him. That is just how he is.
Okay, at least he doesn't call me bro like everyone else does. I'm completely not a bro, dude. My name's just Brody. But at least he doesn't
Yes,
call me bro.
I understand. My name is Rogelio Madio Razroduro de la Espada. You can imagine how much nickname must have come with my life.
I bet everybody used to call you Rojo.
Well, no, not until this very moment.
Doesn't that mean clothing in Spanish?
Doesn't it mean red?
Oh, yeah, that's right, red.
What is Spanish?
It is beside the point. The point of this conversation is, how do you intend on paying for the application fee for the internship? And I pull out another contract application fee.
Oh, it's you have to pay? How much is it? I mean, I've been saving up. Wizard school's not cheap, though.
Simply 100 gold.
Oh gosh, that's like an entire semester. Let me see.
Yes, but this does not match possibly the education you will get.
On the job training.
Real life
cannot.
experience. Yes,
Okay,
fighting trolls and defeating evil.
I mean, my dad's not very involved in my life anymore since he ran away with that terrible woman. But maybe I can call him up, on the wizard communication crystals and see if he'll chip in.
That is very sad, but perhaps you should call him up.
All right. Well, here. I'll just take it back to your room, and maybe I'll figure out a way to. This sounds like an opportunity of a lifetime. I don't know if I can pass this up.
Indeed.
So he heads you out of the hall, down into like this other building, and you walk outside on your way to this other building, and you can see in the distance the circling clouds, but you also see the dome around the island. And the clouds don't look like they're very close. So you've traveled a good ways from the other island you were at, but you can definitely see them off in the distance. You can kind of see the shoreline, bits and pieces, but it's very, very far off. And from that sky, it's dark out, it's night, and there's the flashing red colors from the clouds, so you can definitely tell those are the same clouds. And then he heads you back into the dormitory area and into a section kind of at the front, and he goes, "Well, these are our guest rooms, and they said you could each have your own room if you want. I mean, they're not very big, but here you go." And he kind of holds out some keys, one for each of the rooms, and there's 3 rooms in a row. And if you need anything, there's towels. There's.
I take a key and just try it at the first room. Which one? Tell me.
Yeah, that's the first one. That's the first room.
Okay, and I go in, and I head straight for the bathroom.
You just kind of you just leave, and he goes, "You sure he's not mad at me? I mean,
he's getting past his bedtime. Don't worry about it.
Oh, he gets grumpy at night.
A little cranky.
Oh, okay.
A little vomity and diarrhea.
So if you need anything, I'm in the room just down the hall. If I'm, one of my jobs is I'm kind of the hall, the manager. I like the term manager. I'm the hall manager. It helps, I help take care of everybody in this side of the building. And if you need anything, just let me know. Or if you just want to hang out and play Wizard's Chess.
Okay, good night. Have a good night. I take my key and go into the room.
Okay, see you later.
I take the last key and yes, be sure and call your father and let me know how it goes. Emphasize the education that you are getting. And then I go into the last room.
All right, see ya. And then he wanders back to his room. So it's nighttime. You guys are in your rooms. You can go to sleep. You can not go to sleep. You can do whatever you want. It's up to you. You're in different rooms, though.
Are they connecting?
Nope.
Okay. I will use the bathroom for several minutes and do my best to relieve myself in whatever way that means.
Would you like to take an actual bathroom break?
I would like
to
take an actual bathroom break.
Why don't we take a
break?
break?
That's good. Let's do that.
Be back.
Break time.
We're making worlds meet here.
Worlds meet. Double bathroom break. Yay. So hi, everybody. I don't know who's hanging out in chat or not, but welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good time. Hope December's going all right for you. It's not very cold down here in Florida, but maybe it's cold where you guys are. So let's see. News. We have officially launched all of the shows into the podcast versions on iTunes and wherever else up to episode 3-2. So that's only 2 episodes away from this one. So that means 2 more episode releases probably later this week, and then this episode, and then we'll be on kind of a regular release schedule. So we'll do record the shows Monday night, then I'll edit them and probably release them maybe Wednesdays, something like that. I'll figure out what day works the best for doing those regularly. But of course, excuse me, man, this is a Diet Coke. So of course, the show will still go up on iTunes. It'll still go up on YouTube tonight. Like the actual YouTube feed, which is live because you can watch on YouTube, gets recorded, and then you can just go back and watch it. And then I edit that down just a little bit. So those are on there. So those will always be there too if you want to watch on that location. But otherwise, that's what we got going on. And I think we're going to try to keep to a regular schedule through the holidays. I'm not sure what Christmas is going to bring, so we may have to skip a week or two. But hopefully not. Hopefully we'll be able to keep it going as best we can. Maybe the Monday after Christmas. Christmas is on a Sunday, so I'm not sure if anybody's going to be out of town on that date. So we'll have to see. So we'll figure it out. This is the 4th episode, like the 4th arc of the show. And I'm not sure how I'm going to title this one yet. I think, like the Wizards College kind of thing. There's some other stuff I've got planned for this before other stuff happens. And then, so maybe this is kind of an interlude series, maybe episode or 2. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how we're going to deal with that. But we'll figure it out. But there's definitely a lot more fun stuff coming up. And if you've been watching the show, I'd really be interested in seeing, and if you've been listening to the podcast version, because you can go back and listen through the episodes, I'd be really interested to see if you guys have any theories about what's actually happening and have pieced together some of the hints I've been dropping throughout the series. I think I'm doing a good job leaving some hints. What's funny is that the cast doesn't go back and listen. So they, from week to week, they only think about it like one night a week. And so certain things they just don't remember because it's been a while. So there might be things that they're missing that the audience is actually picking up on, especially now that there's podcast versions of the show up and you can kind of listen to them in order. So it's kind of like when you watch like a TV show and you watch through an entire season, you catch things that you didn't catch when you watched it weekly. So I'm wondering if that's gonna play out the same way or not. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, if you have any theories about what's actually going on, it'd be really cool if you share them or maybe talk about them on the Twitter feed. At the Dire League is our Twitter account. And one of the things I'm going to start announcing on the podcast versions of the show is we're going to brand a hashtag. It's going to be hashtag Dire League for any discussions that happen around the show on that format. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. People are coming back. Cool. So, hey, Ted. Welcome back, man.
Howdy ho.
Howdy ho.
Okay. Both
just talking secrets with the viewers.
Oh.
You don't know. I just revealed everything that's happening, and you.
Dang it! Know. I'll just have to subscribe and get into the, back end membership area to see what that was.
Yeah, so it's funny because you guys don't really listen much to the back episodes or anything. So you go weekly and then only are updated once a week. So like the joke about isn't that Rojo in Spanish? That was something Finny said on like the very first episode where she's like, I'm going to call you Rojo in V. And then she said, doesn't Rojo mean clothing in Spanish? So that was a callback, nope. But I don't know if anybody caught that.
The dog barking too.
Yeah,
that was a first or second episode thing.
Yep.
We should have an honest conversation about accents.
An honest conversation of accents.
I think I'm doing okay, man.
Yeah, I like.
You are doing great.
Yeah.
I'm very concerned about mine. I think mine is 1, not very good, and 2, far too similar to Valenko's.
Maybe you should I don't know, morph it over time.
Yeah. Well, I don't know that I'm that smart.
Maybe you should have like a character reason for him talking in a different voice to try to cover up where he's from.
The capacity to morph it over time, then I'd have the capacity to do a good accent from the beginning.
Yeah, I don't know, Kelly. We're talking accents.
French.
Kelly was doing an accent for a while.
Yeah, it slowly disappeared.
It slowly disappeared.
I forgot what her accent was.
It was this like British.
Was
kind
it
of
British?
A general British. It was kind of almost a little. It was a little posh and like a little stuck up kind of.
Proper.
Yeah,
I think I'd like to morph Rahelio's into just a general kind of like, hey kid, how's it going? Just like a very
Just
generic
into an English
guy.
American accent that I speak on a
Yeah.
daily basis.
Well, like, so I can talk like this, and then Riley can talk like this.
Yeah. I like the idea of Rogelio has some sort of in-world reason for covering up his accent.
I don't know what that would be.
Well, you're not supposed to.
Well, okay, so here I'll just throw some ideas out. One of your things in your backstory was that you're continually trying to run from people who have been pursuing you,
Mother-in-law.
your
Yeah.
mother-in-law, and all that stuff. So
Or stepmother, I guess. Yeah.
so maybe you have a reason to pull people off your trail by talking different. Like maybe Rogelio isn't even your real name. Like your real name was something else, and you've been getting better at like being somebody else.
Your name is Frank.
Yeah, like you have a very unimpressive actual real name.
You come
but
from
still
New
have a really
Jersey.
fancy accent.
Just west of Icebank.
My name is Frank Robertson.
Frank Robertson. Okay, so you guys ready?
My name is actually Bobbert, but it conflicted with another character, so... Okay. Yes, so we're in our rooms, correct? Bring us
Yeah.
up to speed, DM.
Yep. Yeah, you're in your rooms. Brody apprehensively said goodnight and then left.
Okay. Well, Vilenko and Tadeusz, me, have relieved themselves. I will go out and knock on Rogelio's door. But I don't know which one it is, so I knock on the first one.
All right, well, the one next to you is Finney.
Okay.
So you knock on Finney's door,
Hello.
and it's late. Like
Hello?
it's late now.
Oh, okay. I'll wait her. Did you answer?
I got up from bed
I like the pause.
and opened the door.
Finn, hello. I have the wrong room. I apologize.
I closed the door.
I stand there for a moment, and then I go to the next door, and I knock on it. Okay, so I'll knock on it.
So when the door opens, Rogelio is in a robe, holding a glass of
Brandy.
cognac, with not a cigar, but one of those long-stemmed, like,
Nice.
20
booty
cigarette
cigarettes.
things.
Yeah. And he opens the door, and he doesn't open the door. The door opens, and he's just standing there with the. And then as soon as he sees Malenko, he goes, "Oh!" And he puts out the cigarette and puts the glass and covers it with the robe. Yes.
Well, no, this surprises me. But
What can I do for you?
I think I have something for you, my friend. Yes, we have been on some adventures together so far, and I appreciate what you're doing, keeping this business going and whatnot. And I present the dagger to him. I have won this today. You should know that I drank my own vomit for it. I think that needs to be said, but here, it does something. I don't want it. But I will give it to you.
So
that-
while they're having this like really nice conversation, I walk out with Herbert because Valenko woke Herbert up and now Herbert needs to go pee. So
You can go on the floor.
So
I walk
takes-
out.
Takes
And
the
I'm like,
dagger.
You're
and lifts it
giving
up.
Rogelio the dagger I gave you?
Well, yes, but you got staff, yes? Big wooden stick. I don't want that either.
Just curious.
I would have given that
Walk
to
out
you.
with Herbert.
So Finney, you walk outside with Herbert.
Yeah, I'm walking outside with Herbert.
You notice when you walk outside that the white wizard who had come up and tried to like hit on you a little bit is standing outside with his pet elephant, who also had to relieve himself. And
Yeah, but
he
the elephant?
and he
Maybe I
turns
should've given him a chance.
and he turns and goes,
Elephant.
"Oh, hi." And he turns back to his
Hi.
elephant and starts petting his elephant.
I walk over and start petting his elephant too.
And saxophone music starts playing.
And he goes,
So where do you keep your elephant?
in the stables. There's animals on the island, and this is Max.
Yes, I heard dogs.
This is Max, my elephant. He's been my buddy for a long time.
Nice.
So-
I used to have an elephant.
You had an elephant?
Yeah.
Do not ask her the story. It is terribly sad.
I
Oh.
picture Valenko and Rahelli just like doing the Three Stooges door thing. While
Yeah.
You're just watching
we're,
everything happen.
watching what happens.
Just
And he-
commentary.
He leans down and looks at your little pig and he goes, "Oh, and who's this little guy?"
Herbert's like jumping up at the elephant's tail, like trying to like get it. He's very puppy-like.
And he goes, who is this? This is
This is Herbert. He's my little pig.
And he goes, and he kind of scoops Herbert up and starts petting him. He goes, oh, he is he injured? What's
No, he's just like that.
oh,
He's a
well,
bit
hey, little guy, and he starts petting him, and he just happens to have cabbage in his robe, and he like pulls that out and goes, does he like cabbage?
He loves cabbage. Herbert like
oh.
just takes it out of his hand.
Oh, that's so
So
great.
while we're making small talk, I decide that this guy's okay. So I'm gonna start talking to him about. So what's this place like? How's it like attending the school?
Oh, it's pretty cool. It's kind of, it's a lot of work, but I think I'm up for the challenge. I think one of these days, I'm hoping, I don't know, maybe I could be a white staff one day. Pretty good at this wizardy stuff.
Yeah. Speaking of these staffs, so what are they like?
I don't know. They kind of keep mostly to themselves. They throw parties for us and they teach the classes. And lately they've seemed to be pretty preoccupied with all this end of the world stuff going on. But they try to keep things going for us because, I think they think they're going to solve it. But it seems kind of scary to me. I mean, you guys were like right in the middle of all of that. What's it like over there?
Yeah, it's fine. Do you know where their quarters are by any chance?
Oh, they live up on the third floor. The student section's over here. And if you notice the weird shape of the tower, as it goes up, it kind of gets wider. The staffs have all of their offices and their quarters up on the third level. That's usually where they are. There's classrooms and things up on the second floor, and then there's the rest of the tower.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, it was nice chatting. I enjoyed meeting Max.
Max kind of takes his trunk and kind of wraps it around you and gives you kind of like an elephant hug, a little elephant
Those are the
squeeze.
best.
And
Those
he
are
looks
the
over at
best.
Max and goes, Max, you're just the best, man. And then he kind of, George tries to kind of awkwardly give you a hug also.
As they're doing that, I cast Thaumaturgy and make a little fart sound from George.
And George looks around and he looks behind himself and goes,
I act like I didn't even hear anything or smell anything.
And he kind
I
of gives
yelled
you
over Halio.
he guys gives you like a side hug and goes, well, it's been nice meeting you. And then he kind of awkwardly barely touches you and lets go and then leans down and pets Herbert again and goes, well, nice meeting you too, little guy. Have a good night.
I hope to see you again.
Yeah, me too. Have a good one.
That is the nicest thing she has ever said about any human being I have ever known.
I agree. This is
And I
nervous.
heard the chuckling back behind me, so I walk over to them and probably some kind of punch at them in some way.
You just like beat on him a little bit and you go, shut up. Okay.
George.
So I shuffle Herbert back inside my room and I ask them, hey, you want to do some intel tonight?
To us?
Yes, of course.
Well, yes, I
It
planned
is
on
just
doing that anyway without you both.
It
But
is unusual to have it come from you.
probably better with all three of us. Yes, that is.
I mean, I'm feeling
you would like
a
to
little
be a part
nice
of our
right
intel.
now because I just got an elephant hug. That put me in a good mood.
You have a glow about you that is unsettling.
So he pointed out the stairs, and there's a stairwell that heads up into the tower, kind of at the end of this hallway, which was near the doors that you exited to go outside to let Herbert relieve himself. That's kind of the general direction you know that the staff's quarters are.
The staffs are up there.
We
So I
heard
start
level
walking.
3.
Oh, we listened to every single thing that you just said.
Yes,
It was adorable and uncomfortable at the same time.
Yes, it was very entertaining.
And I just start walking like up the stairs.
Okay.
That is definitely an awkward moment for all three of us.
So you guys go up the 2 flights of stairs. You come out onto the 3rd floor, and you peek around the corner, and you notice in the doorway there's kind of just an arch without a door in it. But in the doorway is sitting, slumped over and snoring, Elton, the troll. And he's like, just like, it looks like he's kind of posted there to kind of guard the 3rd floor, but he's asleep. He's snoring very, very loud.
I do like the stop short move. I'm like,
I am
hold
going
it.
to cast Pass
I
Without
yell,
a Trace.
"What?"
Pass without a
Which
trace?
which lasts up to an hour to give us some time to like snoop around, listen to things that might be being said, things like that.
Okay. Does that affect all of you?
Yeah, it affects like I think up to 4 people or
Your
something.
party?
Within 30 feet, right? Like some like
Yeah.
Okay.
10 feet.
Okay. So he's sitting there snoring, but there's room to walk around him. So what do you guys do?
This is very easy.
Do we
I'm
hear
used to having to
anything?
sneak.
This is probably trap.
So you walk past Elton, and he's snoring very loud. And you look down the hallway, and it looks like this part of the building is a little bit more fancy. It looks kind of a little posh, and there's it's kind of like a main foyer that opens up in like a shape of a triangle, and on 3 walls there are doors centered on each of the walls, and each of the walls is a different color. There's a red wall, a white wall, and a black wall.
Which one do you think is the wizards with white and red?
Let's go. I will take the black wall.
What-
And Rogelio's eyebrows go up twice.
So do you like walk right up to the black wall?
Oh, yes.
With the black door?
I sneak.
You sneak right up to the door. So you see the door, and it's a closed door, and it's like a big wooden closed door, and then it has one of those like those like old style handles with the locks, like the metal framed lock, and it's got like the big keyhole where like big keys go in. It's like that.
I peer through the keyhole.
All right, so you peek through the keyhole, and you can kind of see like light kind of flickers, like candlelight.
I said, Tom, it's just a point of order. I said peer.
Okay. So you peer through the
It's going to make a
keyhole.
difference in his check.
What is the difference? We have to look this up right now. What is the difference between peek and peer?
I believe if you look at page
versus
153 in the user
Player's
Peer.
handbook.
Peer. How do you spell peer?
P-E-E-R? Is it the same as peer? Is it
Yeah, it's
peer like is
I
it
think
peer?
it's P-E-E-R.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Because
what
like
Three
peer
E's?
has an I in it, like a doc type
P-E-E?
peer.
Well, yes, but also peer like student.
P-E-E-R?
but also peer like my equals.
That's
Oh,
yeah,
man.
student.
I can't find it.
English is stupid.
English is stupid.
That's
Google
why
doesn't know
Valenko
anything.
is not from English.
Welcome to Grammar Hour, everyone, the podcast where we discuss synonyms and homonyms.
Well, we got new viewers, so let's get started.
So you peer through the hole,
Difference.
and
Do I see
can-
naked ladies?
you see
I hope it's all men.
the room is dim.
I don't know if it matters.
There's dark.
Yeah, I
like
don't. Really is pretty easy going.
Well,
So the room is dim. There's like candlelight in the room, and you
Riley
can
has
see
dark vision.
you can see the black. Yeah, you have dark vision. You can see the black staff, but the room doesn't look like what you expect it would look like. Up on like a hanger are all of these like black
unicorns.
outfits and the kinds of things that she wears. She typically wears this like dominatrix type gear, and it's fairly scantily clad, and she's kind of this attractive, dangerous looking woman. But inside the room, you see
A lot like Rogelio's mother.
floral print on the bed, and she's in the room, but she's got her hair all kind of down and undone, and she's wearing kind of a floral print like muumuu, and she's sitting in the candlelight reading a book next to the fire with like soft pink slippers on, And she looks like way relaxed, but nothing like she looks like when you meet her out in public.
Rogelio gasps and like
Audibly.
just and then shrieks away from the door.
I run up with my axes ready.
And he turns to his friends and he says, "She has a vulnerable side."
Son of a bitch. I walk over to the red
no,
one.
she doesn't hear you. So the red door, you walk over to the red door, you peer in, and it's the lights are out.
I peek in.
You peek
Sorry.
in.
I didn't.
You
specify
don't
that.
peer in, you just peek in. All right, in that case,
Amateur.
you see, and you have dark vision.
I
but
fail. Yes.
there are no lights lit in the room. It's dark, but there's also nobody in the bed. The room looks empty.
And then there's the third door. So I
And there's
go
the third door.
Light.
peek and peer through the
You do
white
both.
door.
Automatically
you peek with
succeed.
one eye, and you peer with the other eye. And you see inside it the white staff asleep in his bed, and he's snoring away. And he's like this little round, big bearded dwarf guy, and he's got like his bed looks like there's just a big lump because that's where he is in the bed, in the middle of the bed, just a lump.
So there's nothing suspicious going on.
Well, I have nobody in the red room.
Which means he's probably somewhere in the building.
Like probably watching us right now. I have no doubt we are in trap.
No, we're fine. My pass without a trace is undetectable.
I have confidence. Yes. Okay. Fine.
While you guys are kind of chatting and stuff, Elton kind of makes some snorts and starts to stir a little bit, but then doesn't get up.
Yes. He is dumb troll.
I turn the door handle of the red room to see if it's unlocked.
Oh, I don't know if I would do any. Oh shit.
Yeah, so you go to turn the door handle, and it immediately shocks you, and tosses you back, and you take 5 damage, 5 electrical damage.
Mistake.
Yes. I will remind the group that we are dealing with wizards and
And
many magical things.
Elton starts to stir a little
And-
bit, but he doesn't get up.
Okay, yes, dumb troll. We do not. We should probably not touch door. Everything is trap. Let us remember.
Just checking.
But we know that one is trapped for sure now. Yes,
Indeed.
Rogelio, will you be joining?
It is
Black?
good reconnaissance.
Will you be joining Black Wizard Lady?
I must take a... I mean, certainly, yes, that is going to happen. I just must take a few moments to gather my proper strategy. Can I tell what book she's reading?
Do a perception check as you peek back through.
Peer.
I'm peeking. He's peering. She's peeking and peering.
As you I'm sorry, I
Get it
can't get this straight.
20-something. 21.
21. So you can clearly see that on the front of this book is a very scantily clad, muscular fellow. And the book is called The Hidden Fire. And it looks like a trashy romance novel.
The Hidden Fire.
This is actually a real book, because I just... Here, look.
I was just gonna say.
There's the link.
Oh boy.
I just found it.
So she's reading one of those romance novels all of our moms read, right?
Uh-huh.
So
Yep.
she's
Yep.
perfect for you. She's like the cougar type. She's just your
So,
style.
I would suggest
try-
knocking and not just opening.
Yes.
Thank you, Valenko. Yes, I know how to handle the ladies.
Just in case you
I
need
picked-
help, I am
picked the
here for
lock.
you.
I picked the lock.
You go to pick the lock.
Yes.
It shocks you, and you take 3 damage.
We just
knocks you
learned
back.
this.
And
I
she
believe I
hears it
just
this
said-
time and comes to the door and goes, "Who is it?"
I immediately...
I-
Oh, wait, she doesn't open the door?
She doesn't open. She's just talking through the door. She goes, "Who is it?"
I am the bearer of the hidden fire.
Let's do it like
Whatever it is, with the
you're
advantage,
trying to
please.
persuade her, right? So do a persuasion check. Let's see how effective that was.
16.
And she goes, "Oh." She kind of creaks the door open a little bit and peeks out, and she can see you, and she goes, "Rogelio?"
I meet her gaze.
And she goes, What are you doing up here? Are you alone?"
We're like shaking our head yes.
Rogelio looks to the others and gives them big eyes, and then looks right back at her and says,
Thumbs up.
"Yes, of course."
And she opens the door a little bit more and looks around. And she can't see you guys yet because you're still passed without trace, but you've made yourself known. And she goes, "Come in." She lets you in a room.
Rogelio takes off his hat and walks in.
And then she closes the door, and the camera pans back to the two of you.
I go high five
Finny
Finn.
and Valenko.
No? Okay. I thought that was a thing.
And it's up to you guys. What are you doing?
I think we should let him do his intel while we go do ours.
So I'm a little uncomfortable with this happening. I have nobody in the room I peek in.
So
And
let's go
he
try
is
to
stuck
locate
in
him.
here, so yes, let us go.
So where are you going?
I think
What are you
I
doing?
think Rogelio can handle himself.
I have some doubts, but not many.
All right. So you said there was
Let us
another
go.
hallway, right?
This is like the main part of this level of the building, but the stairs continue up from here. The
Let's
same
go
stairwell
up.
continues
Let's
further
go
up.
up, yes.
Let's go up.
Okay, so you head up to the next level, and you notice that there's a big closed door. This door is like shut.
I'm
Like, to
not
the level-
touching
to
the
the main
handle
level.
this time.
Yes, that is not a good idea. I would like to check for traps, please.
Yeah,
I
give
do
a-
not know how to do that, but I will do
I think
it.
you have to roll a perception, don't you? You're the thief, Rogelio. How does this work?
Yeah, it's passive or active perception, depending on if you're actively checking.
He's
for traps,
actively
it's
checking.
perception.
Yeah.
Okay, but what if it's worse than my passive?
It shouldn't
It
be.
is.
It can't be.
So my passive, I rolled and I got a 14. My passive is 15.
What's your wisdom score?
3 plus 3.
+3. Then you should have a +3 to perception at least.
I have a plus 5, but I rolled a 9.
There you go. So you have that's a 13.
That was his point, is that it actually got worse than he would have had
My
passively.
passive perception, where I'm not looking for anything,
Because
it's
the
just
roll
like,
could potentially be
is
lower
50.
than his passive.
If I say, okay, I'm actively looking for a trap, and I roll,
Passive perception is okay.
Yeah, because he's got pretty good passive perception. Okay, either way, we should just shortcut this.
Well,
Either way,
DM needs to rule then.
well, this is it. You need to know this stuff for the future. This will come up. Mark it now. 10:38 on a Monday, December 5th. Like, this perception stuff is going to matter in whatever amount of months when we're looking for a trap and we all die. Like, no, I swear we rolled.
it was perception that we
Go
would have
ahead.
lived.
So
You guys
you
go
can
on.
tell.
I'm going to look it up.
You can tell that the door is, there's some sort of something, it's kind of crackling with some sort of energy.
Do we hear anything from inside the room?
Like from inside the door? No.
Mhm.
No. you don't hear
No
anything.
holes or keyholes or anything like the other ones?
There's a keyhole.
Okay,
like
I
others.
will step back 1 foot and look inside.
Okay, so you kind of peer
Without
or
getting
peek. Do you
close to
peer
it.
or peek? Which one do you do?
It matters.
I will peer because I know that worked for Rogelio.
Okay, you peer through the keyhole, and you see storage space. You see lots of
Beach.
like desks and books and all sorts of just clutter. That's it.
Okay, yes,
It's dark.
this is a room with lots of junk in it. I don't think anything is in here, though I find it weird to be on its own floor. I
we-
only
There's no
Yes.
people inside.
Nope, you don't see any people inside.
Are there any other doors around us? Do the staircase keep continuing?
Staircase keeps going up.
Let's go up.
let us ascend.
So you go up to the next floor. So you're now 5 floors
FYI,
up.
the short answer on passive perception is yes.
Yes to what?
What was the question?
You should use passive perception if your active perception is lower than passive.
Ah, good to know.
So if you've got, like, Rogelio has a 17 passive perception, so ideally, he, according to the rules, he
Could
shouldn't
not go
be able to
lower
roll
than it.
less than a 17.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He'll just notice anything that's a 17 check.
So you're up on the next flight of stairs. Again, there's another closed door. And
Repeat.
repeat.
Yes.
Repeat. Yeah, and this one's guarded as well. This one, there's some sort of active energy on it. And that's it.
What do I see inside the keyhole?
You peek inside the keyhole, and you see a corridor, kind of a long corridor with other doors and things off of the corridor. But it's fairly scantily decorated.
Yes. I relay that information if she hasn't already looked.
Are there more stairs?
No, the stairs stop here.
Oh.
The tower goes up, but this flight of stairs stops here.
Finn, I don't know how much we want to explore, but if we want to go higher, we need to go in.
Okay, so we have to get through the door. Okay, I have an idea. Let's see if there's anybody inside. So I have this cantrip called Druidcraft. So I can make small animal, like I can make it sound like there's a small animal outside the room.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I'm gonna make it sound like there's like a dying creature that needs
Okay.
help.
Well, a dying what?
What is
dying bird
A dying bird.
that needs help.
Okay. All right.
Are we drawing weapons in case something does come out?
Well, they can't see us because I imagine Pass Without a Trace. It's an hour. It hasn't worn off yet, right?
But it is just Pass Without a Trace. I think is just a bonus to stealth. It doesn't mean that they won't ever see us. It's a +10. So if I roll stealth,
Is there
I
anything
roll
we can hide
d20,
behind?
add
Do
stealth.
we see anything?
I mean, you can hide down the stairs. You could go back. It's like a spiral staircase. You can kind of duck around the corner.
There's not like a foyer to this area.
No, it's kind of like the stairs end and there's a doorway.
Have you ever played Skyrim in one of their dungeons?
No.
Spiral staircase.
Each of us, let's like kind of stand on either side of the door with like our backs up, with our weapons drawn.
Okay.
All right.
I've got my crowbar out.
All right.
By this time, you should be
I
able
have
to
my
communicate that with hand signals.
Right. So there's this like the really loud squawking sound coming from your side of the door, and some time goes by, but after just a little while, the door unhinges and opens and slides out, and you see Bobbert's head pop out of the door, and he looks around and he goes, "What is that god-awful noise? I don't see anything." And then he looks around a little bit, and then he closes the door.
I put my foot in it.
You stick your foot in the door, and he sees he can't get the door closed. And he looks down and sees your foot, and then he looks around and sees you standing there, and goes, "What in blue blazes are you doing?"
Yes, blue blazes. That is what you are wearing. Blue blazer. Hello, Blue Wizard, Bobbert. We were just exploring bathroom. I don't know if my room had one. So I am here on 3 floors above. Hello.
Yeah. Let Valenko do the talking.
He's the best communicator. Hello, Massive and Master. Welcome to the show, guys. So
How
Bobbert,
is how are you, and how is the girl?
Finn
Finn is
hi.
next to me.
Yeah. I
Typing.
kind of like see this conversation is going downhill, so I kind of like start inching my way into the doorway,
Also,
kind of pushing the door
Lord-
open, you know.
he keeps it closed, and he goes, so that's what you're doing. You're wondering how Ethel is.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
They're
I've-
very, very concerned about
So-
her.
I never touched her. That
he's-
is fact. But she came and hugged me, and so I want to know how she is.
And he kind of he starts to put the pieces together, and he goes, I see. Oh, hold on. And he slides out the door and closes it behind him. And he stands there and goes, I suppose we owe you some sort of explanation. I mean, you did get me off the island, and I appreciate that. And so here's what's going on. I've spent the evening with Ethel. She's doing fine. We have her up at the top of the tower. It seems to be more comfortable for her. She's used to living at the top of a tower.
I will interrupt and say that last time she was at top of the tower was no more. So
yeah. So here's my theory on that. You still have that. You still have that tome, correct?
Yes. Yes, we do.
I believe that Ethel and the tome should have never been brought together. That some sort of power was triggered when it came into connection with hers and was released. And now we're dealing with this mess. And I think somebody knew that this would happen. And we need to track down who that was. Fortunately, she seems okay. She's come down with a little bit of a cold. And so I don't know that she's going to have any visitors. But she's just as spitfiery as she's ever been. And
I don't know her, but I'll take your word for it. Yes, go ahead.
Well, you said that she jumped up and grabbed you around the neck, and yeah, she
did that. Me and Ethel formed a little bit of a bond.
Right, and well, the good news is that she can now have human touch. She can touch people, and I'm able to hug her and care for her.
Yes.
And I don't have to fear for my life anymore when I'm around her and use illusions and things in order to keep her from hugging me. So that's good. But
so why is this corridor locked?
Well, this is the top of the tower. I mean, this is the wizard's tower. There are special artifacts. There are things that they keep in the tower that just common people like you looking for bathrooms, quote unquote bathrooms, shouldn't be stumbling in upon.
Common people.
I am actually a little offended, but I will let you keep talking without killing you. Yes, go ahead.
Do you have any other questions or?
I have a lot of questions actually. Now you've brought up probably more than I had when I came up.
Well, tell you what, we have planned in the morning. I've spoken with the staffs, and we have planned in the morning to meet with you and talk some business. And I will make sure it's okay with them, and we'll bring Ethel down, and that she can greet you, and you can see that she's real. She's a real little girl. She's okay. How does that sound?
I think that sounds like we don't have any other choice.
Yes, that is exactly what I was thinking. But
that's the case. All right. Okay. Well, have a good night, and we'll see you in the morning.
Yes.
That was a bust.
Well, and so he kind of goes back in the door and closes it.
Let us wait until he closes the door before we say bust.
Yeah. So he goes and I heard that, and then goes and closes the door. Go back to bed.
That was not the bust. No, that is good. We know what is on top. Well, we know what is on top of stairwell. We did not know what is on top floor yet, but the girl is good. Yes.
Possibly.
Well, she is okay. I mean, like she is alive. That is good.
We haven't seen her yet.
Blue Wizard is still creepy, and yeah, we keep our weapons on us, and
they have her locked in a tower.
Yes, that did not work out last time. I don't know why they do that again, but we will wait till morning. I'm actually kind of tired, if I'm being honest here.
Yeah, so I'd like to wrap up this episode in the next few minutes. So why don't we fast forward to you guys going back to your rooms? You go
2 weeks later.
Rogelio has had whatever night he has had.
I kind of want to know how that goes.
And in the morning,
that's an episode in itself.
In the morning, you're greeted by Brody, who knocks on your doors and is there to wake you up and escort you to the main hall again. And he's doing his regular like awkward guy thing. Hey, so excited to see you! I've got some news. We've got some fun things coming up.
How did the conversation go with your father? Do you have the gold?
It was late at night. I couldn't get a hold of him. I'll try again today. But here, come with me. And then so he escorts you to the main hall, and you guys enter the main hall. And standing there are the three staffs. And the black staff is now back in her black garb, in her public-facing apparel. Bobbert is there, and Ethel is there, and she's standing next to Bobbert. And you walk into the room, and the black staff gives Volenko a quick little wink, and then proposes
Like,
herself
Valenko?
again. I mean, I'm sorry, Rogelio. Rogelio.
What the fuck?
And then,
There,
and then she looks at Finny and gives Finny a wink too, and then but doesn't look at Rogelio. No, I'm kidding.
And then Rogelio
Valenko
knows
is
it's just
robed.
to tease him.
So she
Go ahead.
She looks at Rogelio, gives him a wink, and then you guys walk in, and she goes, "Thank you for joining us this morning. I take it that the festivities last night were to your enjoyment. You enjoyed them." And again, kind of glances over at Rogelio as she says enjoyment.
Yes, I imagine some of us sucked it more. Yes. Is that too much? Is that too much? Okay.
And then Brody's there with. Sorry, say that again, Rogelio. Sorry.
The nimble tongue is respected where I come from.
And then Brody's the only one who was there around you guys when you were doing the suck it drinking game. And Brody goes, I don't know what that's a reference to, but man, that was awesome. You guys kicked their butts.
Shut it.
Okay. And the white wizard goes, "We've gathered you here today to discuss our plan forward. It seems," and then Ethel starts jumping up and down, and she goes, "Hey, you guys!" And then she runs up and gives Valenko a big hug around his neck again.
Hands up.
You want to touch her?
Look.
And then
Look.
she drops off, and then goes over to Finny and kind of hugs her around the leg. And then she kind of sniffles her nose a little bit, and then looks over at Rogelio and goes, "You too." And then runs back next to Bobbert.
He just got snubbed by a little girl.
Yeah.
What did I do? I do not understand.
And the white staff goes, "As I was saying, we would like to employ you. Are you for hire?"
Indeed. And Rogelio opens up his coat, both sides, and has many contracts. Says, "What services do you require? We have many contracts to discover and to discern together. We will sign whatever you like. You just simply name the service, and we will." He's going to keep going until you interrupt him.
And he goes, "Wonderful." And then the black staff interrupts, and she goes, "Well, you see, we need to track down more of these." And she holds up the tome.
The same tome that we got?
The same tome that you had, that Rogelio had on him.
I glance at Rogelio.
We look at Rogelio.
What is the price for the first one?
And we'll end the episode there. I think you paid it last night.
Some of us. That's only 1/3.
I would gladly do it again.
All right, so that's the end of the episode. Cool. Thanks, guys, for joining us on the show.
Yay. Yeah.
So yeah, that turned out cool. If you're new, turning in, hi again to everybody who popped in. Massive Panda, thank you for jumping in. Thank you for the follow. I think it was Massive followed, or somebody else. Master Chase. Too many M names.
I can't do Skype and Twitch at the same time. It always causes. That's why I had to sign back in.
Is it a bandwidth thing? Maybe
I don't know.
Maybe your wireless bandwidth can't do it.
I've got pretty wide bandwidth. I've got like 12 megabytes per second. Like, it should be able to handle it.
It might be the router's bandwidth, not the internet.
Something like that.
Yeah,
there's something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you guys are just tuning in for the first time, there's the show. You can look up the video episodes if you want to watch them on YouTube, but then you can also go here on iTunes and download the show as podcasts in order to catch up. So we're beginning episode 4. Each episode is kind of a multi-episode arc. I probably should have called them chapters, but I didn't. So there's the link if you want to check it out. But thanks, guys, for hanging out again. This is always fun. Word up. So next week we will continue with probably the conclusion of the whole Wizard's Tower stuff before you guys move out into your next adventure. And we'll see where that goes.
I can't believe that Rogelio, who claims to be this great thief, got our tomb stolen.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited for the first part of the adventure here. Because I have no extra gold in my little sheet here. But we definitely have one less tome.
Well,
Mhm.
I'm not going to tell you what happens. You got to wait, see how that turns
Wait.
out.
Did
I don't
Tom
think you
get
can. It's not.
stolen?
You'd be kicked off of Twitch if you said what happened. It's not family friendly.
Wait.
Oh, that.
Did I miss something? The Book of the Dead got stolen?
Yeah,
Oh,
that was the
he
tome she
didn't
held
keep
up.
it- No.
You didn't catch that? Yeah, so that was the catch at the end was that she said she held up the one you had
You
on
got played.
That was ours? I thought it was a different one.
So
No,
the next
that was-
episode is going to start with us staring at you as she holds up our tome.
That was the whole joke. Good night, Master Chase.
That makes it even better that he does no idea.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to like end it on that note of like dun dun dun. She now has it. Like you went in her room and she ended up with it.
Son of a bitch.
So
It is my bitch, yes.
okay, guys.
Alrighty.
Well, have a wonderful night. Thank you, viewers, for hanging out. Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern is when this always starts. It's almost 11 o'clock Eastern now, so 2 hours previous to this. And if you want to check anything else out, go to robotsradio.net. And that's a place for other stuff. And you can always follow our other things. So there you go. All right, guys. Have a good night.
Goodbye, son of bitches.
Bye.
See you later.